Okay, so the Fibonacci sequence. As we've already discussed, the Fibonacci sequence is kind of generated by adding every two terms together. Okay, so in this case we've done 1 add 1 gives us 2, 2 add 1 is 3, 3 add 2 is 5, 3 add 5 is 8, 5 add 8 is 13, and so on. Okay, so each term is generated by this is a sum of the previous two terms. Okay, and that's how we do a Fibonacci sequence. To be quite honest, that's all there is to it. Of course it's maths, we're going to make it more complicated, but on the basis that is Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so I'm just going to look at generating a couple of them here. Okay, so we always start a Fibonacci sequence with two numbers. Okay, we can't start with one number because we can't then generate the rest of the sequence, because of course to make the next term we have to add these two together, and if we only have one number then we can't add it. Okay, so to generate this sequence we start with our first two numbers, 0 plus 1, which is 1. Okay, now the next term, 1 plus 1, which is 2. And it looks like it's going to stay really small numbers forever. It starts to get pretty big pretty quick. Okay, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 8 is 21. And so on. Okay, now that is, of course, the same as the sequence here, except this time we started with a 0. These are the Fibonacci numbers. Okay, these are like the infamous numbers. However, we can start the sequence with any pair of numbers that we like. So I've actually got another one just down here. To start off, we're going to start with 2 and 5 this time, okay, and see what happens. So 2 plus 5 is 7. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 plus 12 is 20, 29, 31. Okay, 31 plus 19 is 40, 50. 50 plus 31 is 81, and so on. So as you can see, actually they start to get pretty big, because of course you're always adding the previous two terms, so the bigger the numbers get, the bigger it's going to get as well. You know, adding two big numbers together is going to obviously give you an even bigger number. Okay, so that's those ones there. Now we are going to have a look at algebraic Fibonacci sequences. Okay, don't let it panic you. They look horrible, but actually they're really quite sensible and logical. Okay, so just take it steady with them. So here's my sequence. Okay, and here are my first two terms, A and B. So my third term is going to be quite literally A plus B. Okay, so A plus B, that is my third term. Okay, now my fourth term is going to be this term add this term. Okay, so all that's going to be is A plus B add B. Okay, so A plus B plus B. Okay, it's this one, add this one. Now we can simplify this a little bit. A plus B is exactly the same as, and I'll write it underneath, as A plus 2B. Okay, we have to get that's the same thing. Now our fourth term, excuse me, our fifth term, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our fifth term is going to be this term, add this term. Okay, I'm going to get another colour really, just so they don't start to all merge into one. Okay, so our next one is going to be A plus 2B plus this term, A plus B. Okay, and let's simplify that again. Okay, so we're going to have A plus A is 2A plus 2B plus B, 3B. Okay, and actually because there's so much working out, it might even be a nice idea to at the bottom of the page just write the sequence with its kind of simplified version. So A, B, A plus B, A plus 2B, 2A plus 3B. Okay, so just so you don't have all the working out in there. Okay, it gets a bit messy, doesn't it? So let's do another term. I'm going to have to actually, I think, go down a line for my next term, just because I'm not sure it's all going to fit on there. Okay, it's the only reason I'm doing that. So this time we're going to be adding this term and this term together. Okay, or if you find it easier looking at your neatly written version, this term add this term. Okay, so we've got 2a plus 3b from here, plus a plus 2b. Okay, and again, let's just simplify that, collecting our like terms. 2a plus a is 3a, 3b plus 2b is 5b. Okay, so just write that onto our neat one down here. Just get 3a plus 5b. And you can just continue, okay? You can just keep on going and going with that, okay? So the reason we do these is sometimes you might be told a couple of terms of a Fibonacci sequence. You might be told perhaps this term and this term, and then you need to figure out what else is going on. If you know the algebra behind it, okay, if you can generate this, then you're going to be laughing, okay? It's going to make life a lot easier for you. But yeah, this is, as long as you remember in your head exactly what a Fibonacci sequence is, you're always adding the previous two terms, okay? That's all you've got to do. I know you're all capable of doing that, okay? Right, that's one of those. We are going to do one more just to, you know, make sure you're happy with it. Now, it's a little bit more tricky, this one, okay, because we've got an x, and then our second term is actually ny, okay, so it's going to be a little bit more fiddly. So our third term is quite a nice one, really, x plus ny. Okay, our fourth term, we're going to have x plus ny plus ny. Okay, x plus ny from here plus ny. And again, we'll just simplify that. So we've got x plus ny, which gives us 2ny. Please don't be writing ny squared, okay? Be careful, we're adding, not multiplying. Okay, the next term is this one, add this one. Okay, so again, let's just get another colour just so it doesn't all start to blend into one. X plus 2ny from here, plus x plus 2ny. Okay, and let's write that out here. So all together we've got 2x's plus 4ny. Okay, right, so I'm not going to go any further with that one. I think you can probably start to see the pattern. So your next one is going to be, your next term is going to be 3x, got 3x's here, plus 6ny. Okay, 3x plus 6ny. Okay, and it's going to continue. Okay, it will continue. Right, so that's those. Let's go back to the PowerPoint we were working through and carry on with that. Okay, you're going to have the opportunity to practice some of these.